back to me. Enough is enough. They just wanna hurt us. Bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough. We won't let them hurt us. Bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough. You won't bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough.
Hey guys, welcome back to Indie Wrestling Corner with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host as always, the queen of the indies, Tiffany. And hey, we got a little tag team action today. I was trying so hard to put all the tag teams in 1 month. It didn't work out that way. But we're here. Happy belated 4th of July. Welcome. Fresh air. Returning, Macrae Martin. And
That's
now,
me.
that's that guy. He's got a real mic. And then welcome, Junior Benito. How are you? Oh, we're getting a thumbs up.
I'm doing good. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited that you're here. So we've been talking about this for a little bit. So thank you for joining on in with us. So guys, if you're new here to the Under Rope series, here I interview everything independent wrestling, whether it's wrestlers, promoters, referees, backstage. I got you covered. If you guys got questions, drop them into the chat. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. So how was your holiday? Did you guys have a good holiday?
Yeah, it was well, we our holiday is
It's
July
earlier.
1st, Canada Day.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a show. The show started, one match happened. The opening match happened,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was a tornado warning. So we all had to evacuate because we did the show outside.
No.
So we all had to evacuate. And then it turned out just to be a storm that lasted about an hour and a half, maybe.
Uh-huh.
And then, so we had one match. It was Evil Uno versus one of his students, Gabriel Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
So we can say that he main evented.
Oh, wow.
Less than 10 matches in, he's main evented.
He didn't
What a
just.
guy.
He was the event. That's the thing.
He was the event.
Oh, how cool is that? I love it. Oh, wow. Well, I'm sorry that guy got like half in though, that with the storm. I'm glad everything's okay. So, but hey, you gotta roll with the punches, right?
Oh, exactly.
Gotta roll.
I had my hair with conditioner and everything. And then I had to just stick with conditioned hair for the whole day.
Aw, it did like blow out of whack.
Oh, yeah. It definitely did.
It was like some alfalfa action going on here. I love it. So, thanks so much, guys, for tuning on in, jumping in, and all that. If you guys are listening to this later, I appreciate it. Leave some love, leave some comments, some likes, share the stream, all that fun stuff. So, all right, let's go back to the beginning a little bit so we can learn a little bit about you guys. So, for the fans that may or may not know you, so how did you guys meet? We'll start from there.
We met back on a cold day in winter of 2018. We were just two young lads wanting to make a break in this business, and then we just so happened to go into. I don't know why you're pointing at the sky. No one died, bro. But yeah. We just bumped into each other at our wrestling school that we just started going to, which was the Keep, run by Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, and then we kind of hit it off. Yeah, and then we started chatting. and the talk of us being a tag team was going on since the beginning, but we never really made it happen until this year. It started hitting the road pretty quickly. So yeah, it's pretty cool. That's how it all started for us.
So wild. But it's like
Yeah.
fairly like new. And me and Macrae go back for a while now. So it's too funny. So if you guys seen like Indie Talks episodes, he's been backstage. We talked about White Castle.
White Castle.
And the never-ending debate of Sheets versus Wawa.
Yes. It's the forever debate here.
Sheets all the way.
No, Wawa. Anyway, it's just the wrestling world, right? That everybody like argues about Wawa and Sheets, pretty much everybody. So
Yeah, I've only had each of them once,
Mhm.
so I think I need to go back again. Like we'll be in Philly or in Jersey in a couple weeks or in a week.
Mhm.
Yeah, whenever Marcus's show is.
yes, next
And,
week
yeah, we'll go get some Wawa.
I'm putting that up. So thank you, Marcus. He sent me the video. He sent me the screenshot. I'm putting it up on the video stream for you guys so you can see it if you're listening to audio. Definitely check it out. Go give Marcus Matters some love with his second show. I'm excited for this. I'm excited.
He's so
for this
cool.
one.
He's just so cool. I don't know how to any weirder, cooler. Sorry, but he just
No, we love Marcus here. So, all right. So let's move on a little bit about you guys. All right. So, who came up with the name Fresh Air? How did it evolve? Was it given to you guys? Like, how did we know that this was gonna be the tag team name?
That was me. I came up with the name Fresh Air, and originally Junior did not like the name.
first
And you did like it. But yeah, it was just it was trying to kind of come up with something that meshed well between the two of us. We both do high flying moves. I was doing the 90s dance gimmick, and I had the tracksuit, so it was like, oh, Fresh Prince. And so I just kind of kept coming with ideas, and then Fresh Air. I don't even remember how I thought of it. It just kind of came up to me, and I remember pitching it to Junior, and he's like, come on, I think we could do better. I think we could do better. And that's what you said. And
He's blowing you up.
eventually, as we kind of started tagging more and more, and we got a lot more positive feedback behind it. It was like, okay, I think Fresh Air is the name to go with.
And here we are. It's so
Yeah.
wild, and it's a crazy ride, crazy ride that I was so here for. So, all right, so let's go back. We're gonna dig a little bit into like the wrestling world or whatever. So obviously, you guys been wrestling for a little bit now as a tag team. I had to come up for Wrestle Open, even though like I've been watching you guys wrestle as a tag team on the apps. Like I can't be everywhere. I wish I could be everywhere, but I watch a lot. But I purposely drove the 3 hours because I was like, I need to see this. I came up to Wrestle Open. I was like, I need to see you guys in person wrestle. So, which was fun, which was with the Hispanic Mechanics. So shout out to those guys. We love them over here. So, but yeah, the fans got really behind you guys. You guys had such like a good time. You guys had a good match. Give us a little bit about the energy and the match and working, the States.
I had a blast. I don't know about Macrae, but I think I can speak for him, I guess. It was all positive vibes. Those Hispanic mechanics, they are what they say they are. They are Hispanic mechanics. They are good at what they do. All right, they're just awesome human beings. I love those guys. But yeah, I really had a fun time with them. It was really cool.
Yeah, no, it was super awesome getting to work with them. I remember before the show, Paul Crockett came up to me. He's like, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, you're gonna hear a pop that you've never heard before, for Jose and Hose B. And I was like, okay, yeah, I got you. And we were in the ring, and their music hit. They came out, and that room just exploded. Like I actually was taken back. Like, okay, Paul wasn't joking. Like this is an insane pop. Yeah, that match was so much fun. We had the dance battle in the middle, pulled the straps down, ready for a dance off, and yeah, that was a great time. I love coming to Wrestling Open. It's always a fun time.
That's fun. There wasn't like you guys put down the cardboard, right, to do like the break dancing. Pretty much, I was there. I had to be there. I was like front row. This was fun. Like I have a bunch of videos in my phone. If you guys didn't watch this, go on IWTV. Go check that out. Definitely fun. So I hope you guys like go back. I would like to see you guys in Waves and Curls at Wrestling Open. That'd be fun.
That's definitely a team that's on the list of guys we want to face. That Miracle Gen is also on there. That Miracle Gen's kind of been the one that hasn't been escaping us, but it's like it's just right there, but we just can't get it yet.
Yeah.
We have to that's one of the best tag teams in America today, and we have to earn our way. We have to defeat everyone in our path. That's what we have to do.
They're our final boss.
The final boss.
The final boss.
They're the Bowser. We're Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, actually, I just watched that movie today.
Oh my
watched Super
god!
Mario.
So
Yeah, it's such a good movie.
it has to be a Halloween show, right? Like I feel like it has to be like a Halloween show, and like you guys dress up as it, you know?
I'm Mario.
You're Mario. You're Mario. Is this how we're doing this?
It's not a sidekick thing. I just like Mario. I just like the guy. That's it. I like him. All right.
Okay.
could
I'll be Luigi.
I feel like I could see like a really fun 4-way with you guys, pretty much. Like you guys, Miracle Gen, Waves and Curls, Hispanic Mechanics, and I feel like that would just be a fun, 4-way tag team match, pretty much.
I don't know if the audience could take what we give them. They would be on the floor. They'd have
The audience would cease to exist just from the pure insanity that goes on in that ring.
Yeah, it'd be fun though. It'd be a lot of fun.
It would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm here for it. So I love it, and I feel like it could happen like Wrestle Open or beyond, pretty much. There's just like a lot. John's in the chat. Captain Dave's in the chat. What's going on, Captain Dave? John says, "Who will give us Fresh Air versus the Rep?"
The Rep.
Oh, you don't know the Rep?
I don't think I know the Rep. Junior, do you
Ooh.
know the Rep?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, who's the Rep?
They're the rep. An obvious question.
Who are the members in the Rep?
That's not important. What matters is Air is going to step in the ring with these guys. We're going to have an incredible match. We're going to tear the house down, right?
Yeah, right. We are.
Set in stone. It's happening.
The Rep's amazing. Rep is definitely like up there for like one of my favorite tag teams going. I feel like they're just so underrated. They were just at NFW. They wrestled Vlogbro University. Yeah. So actually, like Jack wasn't there. Much love to Jack and prayers. His mom passed away, so it was Dante.
Oh, yeah.
And I forgot the guy's name that they brought in, but it was a really good match. So hopefully we get that down the line too. But the Rep is known, underrated team, one of my favorites. They've been on this pod. They're amazing. So
All right, we're gonna look them up.
Yeah,
just so that we can take them down.
I think it'd be like a really good match. So thanks, John. Like I'm really for that. John says that's his out for not taking Dave's chops. Well, Macrae's got some pretty serious chops himself. So I feel like just even if it was like a singles match, it'd be really serious.
I have
in the chat, Macrae's hand is the size of my pectoral, and that's a pretty impressive looking pectoral. It's the size of my pectoral. So if you taking the breath out of you, so
yeah.
We have a Jack in the chat. He goes, "Hello, Tiffany. Hello, guys. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for joining
Jack.
the stream." So, all right, another company we have to talk about, and eventually we're gonna get to C4, but we gotta talk interspecies because shout out to Interspecies Wrestling. I love it. I'm always, supporting those guys over there. I went to the bathroom at one of the shows, and then when I came out, there was Jeff Cannonball, and I had to chop him, and they wouldn't let me go. I was like, "What?"
Oh yeah. I remember watching the match. It's him and Leary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
that
I,
was funny.
all I heard was banging on the door and come out, and then I'm like, no, like Jeff's like, you hate me. I was like, I don't hate you. That was fun though. That was a fun match. But shout out to Mike over there. He runs like really amazing interspecies. I love it. So yeah, one of my favorite matches was you guys, Wasted Youth. You know, and I know me and Macrae talked about this, that's where probably Miracle Jen and you guys need to wrestle. It's just like inevitable at interspecies. But what better way to have a match there was with you guys in Wasted Youth.
It was awesome. I had a blast. They were great human beings to wrestle. Like I said, Marcus Mathers is wonderful. Dylan McKay is awesome. He's so mysterious and he's so cool. I can't talk nicer, about them because they're just so great. They're wonderful human beings.
The match, the energy.
Yeah, that match was definitely fun, and I think that was the match. I mean, at least for me, that was the match where I really felt like Junior and I started to click, and like from that match onward, I feel like we've really been starting to get a hang of this tag team thing, and it's only up from here. As he eats Ben and Jerry's.
What flavor are you eating?
The one of my flavors I got today, it's milk and cookies.
Ooh, yum.
Ooh.
So I guess the fans gotta
keeps
bring him
blurring.
some. and because it's not sponsored.
Yeah.
It automatically did it. It was like, nope, we're not going to show this. You're not sponsored, so don't buy.
Fate. That's fate working on our side right there.
Indie Wrestling Corner doesn't have the budget to
I'm sorry.
buy the rights for her.
I feel like if we're going to be sponsored here, it should be the Coffee Crisp. Because, like,
Coffee.
my Coffee Crisp, like, I bought it in Macrae, and I'm like, I need my Coffee Crisp. Those things are amazing. Like, I'll just sit there and I eat them.
Yeah, if the last show when we did NFW, if we had time, if we didn't have to go from one show in Ottawa and then drive to the NFW show, I would have brought you some Canadian contraband. I would have covered you.
Oh my god, I was so happy. I think there was a couple of times that shout out to Cody from NFW, which we'll get into that, and I see you guys in the chat. I told Cody, I was like, can you bring me some Coffee Crisp? And he had no idea what I was talking about. And then he's like, I got it. He goes, Alex Macrae. And then I did one of the Indie Talks episodes. You see me like that. I begin the episode and I'm like, I have it in my mouth, and I'm like, I'm so happy. I love you, Macrae.
Oh yeah, I did. I remember that. Yeah, because he said like, just keep the receipt and I'll pay you back.
For Coffee Crisps.
Well, because we don't get them here.
Yeah.
And then Bridget asked you for something, I think.
There was Coffee Crisps, bars, and Ruffles all dressed chips.
Mm-hmm. Well,
those
we can't get here in the States. So
exactly.
So yeah, no, it's so good. I love it because I love my coffee. I should be sponsored. Some coffee place should sponsor the Indie Wrestling Corner. Seriously, I mean, I'll take some Tim Hortons. You can sponsor. I'm dead. I am dead. All right, let me give love in this chat. Chad's in the chat. He goes, saw Fresh Air versus MSP a few months ago. One of the best matches I saw in the last year.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Us? Dude,
I guess us.
you saw Ken.
And shout out to Prisma says hello from Canada. So welcome us, all the people.
Hey,
Hey, Canada. Go.
Well, it's funny because I was gonna bring that one up so we could talk about Limitless. Okay, so I love Limitless. I had to go up to Limitless. It was a bucket list for me. It's far from me. How long is that ride for you guys?
7.5 to 8 hours roughly.
Ooh, yeah, so I'm about 6.5 up to Maine. So I did it I did a weekend spin that I went up to Massachusetts and I stayed, and then I drove up to Maine. So Limitless is amazing. I'm always supporting Limitless. Love what Randy's doing. There's so many great promotions out there. So
Shout out to Red.
yeah, much love to him. So, so you guys against MSP, and then you came back, and then you wrestled Ricky Smokes and Aaron Rourke. So shout out to everybody. Amazing, amazing talent that is out there. But I always say this. Being physically in the building of Limitless is amazing. Oh my, there's nothing like the fans up in Maine. They pop, they are there for you guys. So I want to know from you guys, like, how is that experience for you?
For me personally, I was very happy to be there just because I knew about the history that happened in that building. That's the place where you saw guys like Anthony Green, Daniel Garcia, Kevin Blackwood, just a lot of people that aren't there now, but that made their mark in that promotion. So I was very happy to be in that ring, in that building, just knowing of all the stuff that went down there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, definitely Limitless's lineage, history, and his overall reputation. Like, to be on that show, and even the show that we were on, like Anthony Henry was on there, Above the Rest was on there. You had Big Beef, and just like all those guys, and having them accept us as well. Just two guys who messaged Randy being like, "Hey, can we get booked?" And then we did, and yeah, like at first, because when we wrestled MSP, that crowd was definitely like, "Oh no, you're taking on our top two baby faces. You think we're going to cheer you?" And then by the end, we had the crowd on their feet. So it was a lot of fun.
I don't want to toot my own horn here, but like, whoa, if I had a horn, I'd toot it, because we're not that bad at making people like us.
No, we're not. We've gotten pretty good at it.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that they like us.
Yeah, no, that's the great place. Like, I love the fans up there. So, but like you said, like against, like, you come here, you make your debut, and then it's like, oh, MSP, much love to MSP. MSP's been on this podcast. If you don't know who they are, you can look it up on the Indie Wrestling Corner. I got you covered with those guys too. They're so amazing. So I've had a lot of people on this pod, a lot. So, I mean, this is what, episode 226? There's a lot of people on this podcast. So.
226.
Yeah.
Gosh dang.
It's wild. It's crazy. So, but yeah, I got you covered in the indie scene pretty much. But, yeah, no, so I'd love a run back with you guys with MSP.
Oh, yeah, same. I mean, we've had, I think that was our second time. Yeah, that was our second time wrestling them. The first time was at C4. We did a tag tournament, and we wrestled each other in the finals. And, all the only thing we said after really is, can't wait to do it again. And then we did it again to say, let's do it again.
Yes.
So hopefully.
So now you got to do it somewhere. You got to do it somewhere else, because you did it in Canada. You did it in Maine. Now you got to come to, like, I mean, you can come here to New York. I mean, I'll be.
I'd be down, but I just checked the match history book of mine, and I just realized we lost both of those matches.
Oh, so you need a third.
Oh.
We're 0-2. So with all due respect, MSP, we're coming for you.
We're coming for you.
Ooh.
Yo, you think MSP is the vibe? Fresh air.
Ooh.
We're the vibe.
Well, I don't really want to be the vibe. I just want to be the winners. That's all I want to be.
We'll have the winner vibes. The winner
Ooh.
vibes.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Who's booking it? So
Who's booking it?
less, more tournaments. I'm here for. So, all right.
Tiff, why don't you book a show?
Everybody
What's taking so long?
Nimula. I would book a pretty bomb show, I think. It's funny because what's it called? I was gonna say, because I've done like episodes where I did like dream matches. I usually kind of do it with somebody. I should book my own show and do an episode. But I would love to book a show. And I can be very open-minded, so it's not just gonna be like, who everybody thinks it's gonna be. Because I can
Not
always.
Just the list of husbands.
It's not just the list of husbands. Not just my list of husbands. I can put on a dope show. I think I could. It'd be fun. So a lot of talent out there that we can do it. So, all right, let's go back. Let's talk a little bit about NFW, because we got to shout out our friend Cody over here. So obviously Macrae's very used to the world of NFW. So I'm so glad that Junior finally got to be a part of it recently too. So the fans loved you, and it was nice because I was sitting with a bunch of people who were not familiar with Junior, and I'm like, "You're gonna love him. You're gonna love him. You're gonna love him." I was like, so. So talk to us a little bit about that. I want, fresh air and Vlog Bro University down the line too.
I loved it. It was so fun. The crowd they were so friendly. They were so nice, and they as soon as I saw a smile,
Mhm.
I knew that I was okay with them. And then I just I performed. I forgot that I had to wrestle, so then I did that, and then yeah, I just wanted to make them laugh. Thankfully, they laughed and they enjoyed the show. It was good.
It was good. It was good. The three-way was good. It was like it was funny because it was Mike Roch that pitched that match. Wait, how do you say the guy's name? I know, like, that was my first time seeing him though. So it was Marcus, you, and what was the other guy's?
Yeah, his name is Yeah.
Okay, so he was really incredible.
He's so cool. He's so good looking in the most platonic way possible. Just look at him. My God. You just look, that's like the guy you see and you're just like, why are you not on my TV?
That's true. And he's only 20.
Wow, yeah.
He's only 20, and he's 6'5". God.
Like 225 at least.
Mhm.
I think he's 230.
230 of just rock solid muscle. Just like, my gosh, you just got to do this stuff if you look at him. Like, look at him. You know? It's very.
You brought up us versus VBU,
Mhm.
and that you never know, that might happen sooner than you think.
We'll see. We'll see.
It's gonna put it out there, just
Putting it into the universe, pretty much out there.
into the university.
Yes, the
Vlog Bro University.
See what you did there. All right, let me get some of these questions here. Prisma says, what are your top 3 promotions that you would love to debut for, not necessarily in the Northeast? That's a good question.
Ooh. Do you want to start with this one, Junior?
Of course. Can I ask a question about that question?
Sure.
Do those promotions need to be independent promotions or actual, like, any promotion in the world?
I would think independent.
Okay. All right. I'll go with WXW for sure over in Germany. Man, there's a lot. Probably okay. There's so many. Oh my God.
You killed them with the question.
Okay, PWG.
Mhm.
PWG is definitely another one as well, because who wouldn't want to wrestle in Reseda, California? Is it still in Reseda? No.
Oh, it's in Hollywood now.
Goodness. Now I want to go even more. You know how many
Yeah.
stars are there on the floor and in person? It's amazing over there. But yeah, that's definitely another one. And I know this is very far-fetched, but if I could wrestle for Stardom, man, that'd be great. Just find a way.
Okay.
Okay.
I caught you off guard.
You did. You did. Okay, my 3. PWG for sure is on there. I would love to wrestle for Progress in the UK, and then the third one that I want, Prestige out on in the West Coast, because they've been killing it lately, and they've been putting out some awesome cards. Love to
Yeah.
take part in that.
It's nice that they've been coming, like, here to the East Coast a little bit. So
Yeah, that's true. They've been touring.
yeah,
Which is awesome.
they were at
Yeah.
Wrestleville.
I'll add 2 more. I'm so sorry, but
No,
if
go
I could-
for it.
If I could wrestle for any of the world tours for GCW, that'd be wonderful. And on top of that, if I could wrestle for goodness, I had the name. Why did I forget it? Oh my God.
I mean, I've already debuted for GCW, and I've pinned former ROH television champion Tony Deppen.
It's amazing.
Just saying.
Where's the footage?
The footage is online. It's on Fight TV and it's not on my Instagram, but I can send you the clip.
Okay.
There's video proof. GCW Toronto. I did it.
Okay.
I think that's awesome
Yeah.
though, that they've been like going all over the place, and then whenever they like stop somewhere like that you have like the big locals going onto that. So
Yeah, that was cool to get that reaction when I came out. Because I didn't come out to my music. I came to my tag partner Shane Hawk's music,
mhm.
and so everyone everyone was silent, and then they saw me. They're like, it's the hot stepper.
Amazing. All right, let's talk about C4 because that's a home for you guys, so we gotta talk about C4. Shout out to them. Amazing stuff. I gotta watch last night's premiere, so I didn't get a chance to watch. Was it last night or was it Tuesday?
It was
Yeah, last night.
yeah.
Yeah. So I gotta go back and watch that. So hopefully today or tomorrow I'll catch up on the C4 show. But they do amazing stuff. A lot of great talent comes out of there. Anybody really that comes on this podcast, that's one of the bucket lists that a lot of wrestlers say is that they want to go up to C4. So talk to us about maybe some of your favorite moments, working there, all that.
Man, I don't know where to start with C4. It's one of the first promotions I've ever actually worked for, technically, because I started volunteering at the shows at like 15 or 14, just helping out with the ring, setting up the ring and everything. And sometimes I did like camera work or helped with commentary or something like that. But I was there for a while, so being able to be a part of their roster now, personally, it's a big deal for me, just because I've been watching their shows for so long, and now that I get to wrestle some of their homegrown talent too. Technically, I'm a homegrown talent as well, but just getting to wrestle their OGs as well, it's been a super cool, I don't want to say dream come true, but definitely a bucket list goal for me on the immediate side of things.
Wait, 1 second. Trayon Jordan's in the chat. What's going on? I tagged him to come into the chat. He was like, you summoned me? I did summon you. We were talking about you earlier. We were talking about Waves and Curls and Fresh Air wrestling at Wrestle Open. And then we were talking about a 4-way with you guys. Fresh Air, Miracle Generation, and Spanish Mechanics. Like, let's freaking go. Be fun.
Yeah, man. I got waves. My hair's kind of curly. I think we could do this.
Ooh, we could do like. I can see. I'm dead. So we'll see. We'll see if that ever happens.
We'll see.
I'm here for the choke slams. The choke slams in this match. I'm all here for that as well. So choke slam champion, all that shit. So that started a whole hot commodity over at the last.
Former choke slam champion right here.
I choke slammed Macrae.
And then I lost it to.
Yep. You'll be all right. So
let's see, where were we?
Okay, we were talking about C4.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Like, C4 definitely has established itself as one of the destination places for indie wrestlers, and kind of a lot of people refer to it as the PWG of Canada, and it's really cool that that's in our backyard and we get to be a part of that. I've had a lot of cool moments, like the end of last season. I got to do this big street fight that was the end of a feud that I was in. That was like a cool moment and experience. And then even as recently as and I'm a former C4 tag team champion. I got to win the C4 tag titles with my very first trainer ever, Shane Hawk, and that was a super cool experience. And I'm holding tag titles at so many great tag teams before me have gone to hold, like the Dark Order. Shout out to them. Cheap plug. Join the Dark Order. But yeah, and then I won't spoil anything, but this most recent C4 show, Junior and I, along with Stu Grayson, Shane Hawk, took on the team of TDT, Ben Tull, and Twiggy in a cage match. And it was the first time it was the second match of the first time that C4 had a steel cage. So that was cool to be part of that history as well.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, I definitely got to check that out. I heard it was really, really good. Cody had told me the other day, too, that it was a really good show. Trayvon said, I'd love to take a breath of fresh air any day, BB. I see what they're doing. Keep grinding, bros. See you real soon.
We'll see you. Northeast, we're coming.
Yes, that'd be really fun. Really, really fun. So if Wrestle Open doesn't want to book it, maybe NFW will book it. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. Just like, throw it out there. So, but yeah, much love to C4. You guys do amazing things. All right, let's go to some of these fan tweets because I got a bunch of fan tweets. So this first one's from Mike. He said, "Who are some wrestlers you look for inspiration?"
That's a good question. Junior, do you want to start?
Yeah, I got a picture of him actually.
He's gonna show a picture of himself.
No,
It's
He's
gonna be
gonna show-
really Ben and Jerry.
I
It's Ben and Jerry.
why would I do that? That's so silly. So this guy right here. I don't know if you'll see it. I'll zoom in. It's this guy here. Once I think about him, I just don't know what I can't do. It's just I look at him and I'm like, wow.
Are you referring to me or you?
I don't know if you saw you, man, but I don't know about that.
I'm dead.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay. In all seriousness, when it comes to inspiration in wrestling, I definitely look at people like a Shawn Michaels, Eddie Guerrero, Sami Zayn, even for example, because they're big on evoking emotion from the crowd, and I'm really big on if you catch them emotionally in what you're doing, you have them forever, in my opinion. So yeah, those types of performers are definitely who I look for inspiration.
Okay.
For me, definitely Will Ospreay was someone I looked up to, just because his athletic prowess and what he's able to do in that ring, how he's evolved his character, the stories he's able to tell through his wrestling has always caught my attention. As well, I really like what Roman Reigns has done throughout his run as the Tribal Chief, because I feel like the cinematic wrestling, like he's really gotten a good hold of that, and just the way that the story is kind of culminating now with like all these callbacks to 3 years ago with Jey Uso, like that's also really inspiring in terms of how to tell a good story in professional wrestling.
I like that. Definitely. Very, very good. So his other question was, who's inspired your moves and styles of wrestling?
Well, that'd be that guy. That guy right there. How do I angle this? There we go. There he is.
I see.
You see what? You see what? But I mean, honestly, a lot of my movesets I've taken from just my dance background. Like, I just kind of think of different things I've done as a dancer and been able to incorporate them into my wrestling. I can't think of a specific wrestler that like has inspired my moveset. Maybe for I used to love doing the Arn Anderson Spinebuster. I still do it. I think that may be one that inspired me as well. D'Lo Brown Sky High. I love doing the Sky High. So probably those two are the two that inspired moves for me.
Okay.
Everything else has been through dance.
About you, Junior?
Inspiration-wise, from my arsenal, I personally, it's a bit of a pick and choose from a bunch of different people. I have a frog splash. It looks like D'Lo Brown's frog splash, but it's just I just hit it because it looks different. No one else does it. Yeah, I just say it's D'Lo Brown's thing, and I hit the Blue Thunder Bomb because Sami Zayn's cool. He's Canadian too, so that and there's the pop-up power bomb because there's Kevin Owens. He's a Canadian too, so why not? And then there,
I was like Canadians.
Yeah. They're just cool guys.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if I hit anything else really for that because that anyone else hits.
Mhm.
I just hit whatever I can execute well, and that looks nice, because that's what really matters for me at least. But yeah,
Well, something that Uno and Stu have done a good job of teaching us and training us is to try and find moves that not everyone does, or try to find your own style on it, just to kind of stand out and be unique. And so even if it's a move that maybe other wrestlers do, maybe our setup is different, maybe our approach is different. I know I have a move that I kind of do like the boss man slam, but I do a move from swing dance where I swing the person behind my back and swing them back around into the side slam, and that inspired me from swing dancing.
Mhm.
So just like little things like that where you could take a move and make it your own.
yeah, I have this move. Yeah. We're on the same boat. I have this move where when my opponent's on the ground, I kick him, because like I took salsa class a few weeks ago, and then I was like, footwork and stuff. So yeah, when I salsa class, it's great. I'm like Macrae, yeah, same thing.
I love that, though. I love
Like-
that. Got to incorporate a little bit of everything in there. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
All right, we have more fan questions here. This one's from Good Cop, Bad Cop. He loves messing with
Oh.
everybody. You know. He said, would fresh air being an anagram of if rasher, what would you do either in your personal or wrestling life if you were a little more rash?
I saw this question too. And I was like, oh no.
He's like, he's back.
I was like, good cut, back up, anagram, baby. I don't know. I had more time to think of this, and I haven't thought of an answer. I was more rash.
Wop, wop, wop.
Wow,
Fail.
wow. In my personal professional wrestling, if I was more rash, I probably actually no. Being more rash kind of led me to being the hot stepper, because I didn't have any time to think of a different character before I debuted. So I was like, I'm just gonna do this. All right, Junior, do you have an answer? Because I can't.
He's stumped.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. If I'd be more rash, I'd be living life the exact same way I'm living it now, with no regrets, living it absolute to the fullest, 100%. So in my opinion, I'm already living rash, man. I'm already all over the place. Yeah.
Oh, I did have a joke that I thought of. Was like, if I was a little more rash, I'd probably be a father.
Oh, God. No.
There's still no proof that you're,
Oh, God. Okay, we're moving on to the next question. I'm dead. All right. This one, actually, I got a phone call this morning from our friend Dom. Much love to him. He made his debut at Chaotic Wrestling this Friday. Go check it out.
Yo,
Much love.
Dom, let's go.
So I'm excited. Definitely go check that out. I'm so proud of him. All right. So his question is, what is your favorite book?
I already know. I
He
already
went
know.
to go get it.
I'll answer while he go gets it. For me, it's Memory Man by David Baldacci. It's basically about it's an ex-football player who gets tackled and has a traumatic brain injury, but it makes him become like basically like Sherlock Holmes.
Mhm.
So like he gets this like eidetic memory, and he uses that to solve cases. But the book kind of takes place 20 years after he became a cop and retired, and so he comes home one day to like see that his family's been murdered, and it's like because he has that eidetic memory, like he sees everything and it's just stuck in his head, and he goes on a mission to find the killer, and it's a really cool story. So that was my grandmother's favorite book, so that's why it's my favorite book as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he
Right.
loves books. So,
Mm.
all right, we're ready
should
for
love
this
books.
unveil.
All right.
All right.
So I have two at the moment. It's surely going to change, I'm sure. But the first one I finished reading it a few months ago. It's called this right here, Tough, which is the sorry, it's so blurry. But
Not sponsored.
it's, Yeah, it's not sponsored, but it's okay. It's the journey. It's a journey to true power of Terry Crews. It's his pretty much his memoir, and it's a great book, great story of just his life. He's been through a lot, just as we all have been through a lot. But the way he explains it and the stories, it's it's very nice. And my second book, which I'd say is tied at the moment, I'm almost finished. It's The Alchemist. This book right
I
here. This
knew it.
book is just it's very beautiful so far. It's full of random but nice inspirational quotes, nice insightful quotes as
Oh,
well.
I like
Very
that.
nice book.
Oh,
Yes.
I like
So
that. I like books like
He
that.
brings it on all the wrestling road trips. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
yeah,
Uh,
I
sh-
try to fit.
shout out to Matt Awesome's in the chat. He goes, "You guys seem cool. I can see it now. Uptown Boys versus Fresh Air. Look at it. Look it out. The challenges are coming in the chat. I like it. I like it. Much love to all the wrestlers that come in and support me too. I love you guys very much.
Yeah, support the queen, the queen of the indies.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it. So, but yeah, no. So thank you, Dom. But I know he had a question just for Macrae. He goes, "What was it like to wrestle Dango?"
Oh yeah. Okay, this is awesome. It was really, it was such an awesome experience. It was funny because I was telling myself that it wasn't actually happening.
Mhm.
So like I was driving to the show. I was like, this match is probably not happening. I get to the show, I park, and I see him in the parking lot. I'm like, this match, nah, it's not happening. It's not happening. Then like, he gets upstairs. Like, we like talk a little bit, but then before the show starts, he did a meet and greet. He comes up the stairs and he goes, "Hot Stepper, you do a moonsault off the stage?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "Okay, cool," and then walks away. And then I looked over at my friend Silesia and I was like, "I think this match is actually happening." All right. Uh, so anyway, no, it was such an awesome experience. Dango is one of the most down to earth people that I've met in wrestling, and that was my first time wrestling someone who used to be in the WWE and someone who I grew up watching wrestle. And you know, I took a lot of inspiration from him in terms of not the dancing aspect, more so like the reinvention aspect, where he had the Fandango character, and then he slowly kind of reinvented himself when he started tagging with Tyler Breeze. He became a bit more serious, and that's kind of how I saw my reinvention as well, from like the track suits that were super heavy up until, you know, the hot stepper that I am today. And you know, we had a great match. The crowd was super into it. The crowd was booing me, which was a first in Cornwall. But you know, I brought them right back, and I think it was mainly because, you know, it's Dango, of course.
Yeah.
It's Dirty Dango. But yeah, we had a great match. We had a great talk after as well, and yeah, I am forever grateful for that match.
That's gotta be like a lot, right? Does that feel like a lot of pressure? Like you're like, oh man, here's people that's like on TV, you know, and like
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrestle them. Like, how is that for either one of you?
It was a lot of pressure. I definitely felt it, just because, you know, you always want to be at your best. You always want to know that guys who are at that level can tell you, it's like, hey, you've got it, or that you never want them to work down to your level. You always want to work up to their level. And it was funny. I got more nervous when I found out Sheldon Jean, who's an Impact wrestler, he apparently told, because Dango asked about me, and he told Dango that I was really good. And then he comes up to me at that show and he goes, "Hey, I told Dango you're good, so you better not mess up." And I was like, why'd you do this to me? But no, like, and it went really well. And again, like, I'm super happy for it. And I didn't cry, but I got a little emotional after the match, because it's like, it was something that meant a lot to me.
That's amazing. How do you deal with that pressure, Junior? Like,
With me, I just do it. I don't really think about it. I
No?
tend to just watch a TV show whenever I get butterflies. I love Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's my thing. But yeah, sorry, that's just getting off track. But yeah, to get off the nerves, I usually just tell myself that it'll be fine, and then I I just go on with my day. Then I kind of have this moment of we're good, it's happening when the bell rings, and then I just go with the flow. And I'm just thankful to step in the ring with people that are I can gladly admit that they're better than me, because I know that I'm only going to learn and get better from that experience. So I truly enjoy those experiences, and I'm thankful for all the wonderful lessons that I've gotten so far. And I know that there's many more to come, so I'm ready for them all. Yeah.
I like that. Mike Skyros is in the chat. He goes, "That bum, the hot stepper, stole my shirt." You stole his shirt.
I did.
Obviously, he was sad about it because, you know, might make Mike sad, but.
I mean, I told him, I was like, "Yo, get someone to book this match, and if you win, I will give you your shirt back." That is the rules that I laid out.
What a
It's not
bargain.
my fault. What?
What are we going to get a match day? You take his shirt. What?
Hey, come on. Right? Hey, it's gonna work. It's gonna work.
Do you, like, look better in the shirt? That's why you took it? Like.
No, okay. So, we were me and Junior. We did a student show at Test of Strength Wrestling School,
Mhm.
and one of the wrestlers, and like we're talking about how we were from Canada and everything. Like one of the I can't remember who, but they were saying like, "Oh yeah, we know a guy who just went up to Canada recently, Mike Skyros." It's like, "Oh, I love Mike Skyros. The man's awesome." And they go, "Oh yeah, we actually have some of his T-shirts in the car with us." I was like, "I'm gonna take one of those shirts." And I was like, "I'm gonna take one of those shirts so I can post a picture of me wearing the shirt and be like, 'Hey Mike, I stole your shirt. What are you gonna do about it?'" Because both of I have said we want this match. We want Mike Skyros versus the Hot Stepper, and I figured, what better way than to, steal his shirt to then insinuate a match, right? Now there's a story, right? Why did the Hot Stepper steal his shirt? Because he wants to prove that he can beat Mike Skyros. There you go. Story. Wrestling.
Psychology.
So,
Psychology.
where in this part does he get to steal one of your shirts?
Hey, if the opportunity rises, he can steal my shirt. The opportunity was there for me, and I stole the shirt. I just took advantage. It's up to him now. I haven't seen Mike on shows I've been on. I'm trying. We're wrestling in the Northeast. We're wrestling in Canada. Like, come on, Mike. I feel like Mike's dodging me at this point. I'm just saying.
Ooh. He said, "Do you enjoy stealing from people you love?" Oh, God, I felt
I
that.
steal their hearts.
And the girl. No, like, I'm dead.
Gone. Heart's gone.
I'm done. I am dead. All right. Fun tag team question for your guy. What's a move that your partner does that you wish you can do?
Everything. His
Damn.
moves, his hair.
A move, not his hair.
Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Just look at him. Look at him. Strictly platonic, though. Platonic.
Hey, it's not platonic.
Hey. I'm sorry.
That's a good question. Junior has a really nice shooting star press, a really nice one, and I wish mine could be as nice as his.
You know what's funny? I don't take that as a compliment, because we both have a shooting star press. He just doesn't do it, and he doesn't do it because he thinks his looks worse, but I think mine looks worse. So we have this endless battle of we both think we suck, but it's like, man, let's just say that we're both great. We're all happy.
Yeah.
We're all happy lives.
The shooting star press that started a whole bunch of shit at the three-way at NFW at Macrae, Dylan, and TJ Epics. I take total blame because they were all trying to outdo each other for me. So
Hey, you're welcome.
I was very happy. Cody threw a towel at me once the bell
I was
rang.
about to say, he threw the towel at you.
Literally.
You're like,
It was just funny because, like, what was it? Were you and TJ like already like talking about this before like you even came into the building that you guys were gonna do Shooting Star Press? Because like,
Well,
yeah,
I think it was Cody had told me because we hadn't met yet. We hadn't met yet, so he told
Yeah.
me about you and how you love Shooting Star presses.
yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'll hit a Shooting Star press tonight. And then as a joke for the planning the match, I was like, hey guys, you want to do a triple down where we all miss Shooting Star presses? And then so we're like, yeah, let's do it. So then I think it was like Dylan goes for one, misses on TJ. I go for one, miss it on Dylan. TJ goes for it on me, misses it on me, and then we're all down because we're all selling that we missed Shooting Star presses.
I love that move. That and my bridges and toes. Those are my two favorite moves.
Boy, in all seriousness though, if I could hit one move that Macrae does that I can't, it would be definitely his spider kick, because that's definitely one move that's off the charts beautiful. You guys have to see it if you haven't seen it before. And
Oh,
yes,
Yes,
I love it.
the spider kick. Yes, thank you, Junior.
it's creme de la creme, as they call
Ooh,
it.
Look at that. Very, very
Yeah.
nice. So I like we gotta compliment each other, so that's why I like that question with you guys. So all right, so you guys been coming down to the States a lot. What's the favorite thing to eat? I mean, I know it's very different compared here to up there.
We have it.
Okay.
We have the answer.
I have it.
Yeah, do it.
No, you. I'd say you go. I don't want to disappoint you if I say it wrong.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. All right. So, as per tradition, on the way there or on the way back, doesn't matter, but we got to stop at Cracker Barrel. We got to stop at Cracker Barrel.
Hell yeah.
That is the go-to. Yeah, literally, I think every time we always go to Cracker Barrel. Sometimes twice on a road trip. There was we did a 5-day tour in the States, and we stopped there twice. So it was a good time. Love Cracker Barrel. Always warms my heart.
For me, not really a food, but I get gallons of water every
Yeah, that's true.
at least give them so they can last until the next time I go to the States. Because my goodness, Canada doesn't have gallons. I don't get it. It's very portable. It's easy to hold. You can grab onto
There
it.
you go.
You can fill it up, and then you drink one of these for the day, and you're good. Sort of. And yeah. It's
Interesting.
beautiful.
Okay.
He loves his gallons. I also love the gallons of water, though.
I love my gas.
It's interesting.
gal-
It's the difference pretty much here, but the biscuits, baby, at Cracker Barrel. I love it. And then you can shop before you eat, so it's great.
Yeah.
And that's spend a lot of money.
There's so many like random knickknacks there.
I know.
It's crazy.
It's a tourist nightmare.
It is. I don't have it here in New York. They don't have it in New York, so I have to like go to Jersey or Pennsylvania or Connecticut to get Cracker Barrel, which sucks. So they need to open
Damn.
one here. Seriously.
Wow, Cracker
They were
Barrel.
supposed to open one.
Sponsored tip.
They were supposed to, yeah, there you go. Sponsor me so I could have some of their amazing biscuits and all their good food because it's just so good. So, all right. So give us one of your best road trips together. Jazz hands? He's like, no,
Jazz
we're not
hands.
revealing that. We're not revealing that. No,
God, we can't.
you can't.
Okay. No, that one though. I will say there was the one where it was me, Junior, Thomas Leduc, who's part of Dad Bod Squad at ISW, Cecil Nix, and Mike Roch, where we decided to prank our friend Chuck, wrestling name Dexter Doom, Dark Horse Dexter Doom. Check him out. Because for some reason, I can't remember why, but he hates the song Lips of an Angel by Hinder. And I think it's because he's heard it so much and it gets stuck in his head. So what we decided to do was we tried to FaceTime him. And so we FaceTimed him, and then all of us in the car, except Junior, who's focusing on driving, we're going, "My girl's in the next room." And we're like all belting this at the top of our lungs. And then eventually he hangs up, and then we try it again, and he's not answering because he knows now. So then we decided to FaceTime random people and started hindering. We called it hindering. Started hindering them. So let's see. We did it to Sean Henderson, Young Jay Lee, Jeff Cannonball, Tara Calloway. So we called Tara and Jeff when they were at home together separately. Mark Wheeler, Sonic the Ref, Razor Wing, like you name it. We just started hindering people.
The Rock.
The Rock, yeah, The Rock loved it.
Cena.
We couldn't see him though, but
Like, all of them. They answered. They were like, "I love you guys. So funny. You guys are my best friends." And we're just like, we know.
yeah. So I think that's one of our favorite. That's definitely one of our favorite road trip stories.
That's always fun, all the bonkers stuff that you guys do. So appreciate that.
Gotta stay awake.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So, all right.
We have no crazy stories. We're just innocent kids, you know.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just go with that. Pretty much. So.
Yeah.
All right. So I have 2 final questions for you guys. If anybody else has questions, drop them into the chat. All right. So we're halfway done with this year. It's wild. So, what are your goals for the rest of the year?
Mine are definitely to win gold, not only as a tag team but in singles competition anywhere I can. By having the best matches of my career, honestly, I don't want to get signed anywhere, or I don't want to have those goals, because in my opinion, I think we're all gonna end up making it one day. That's a guarantee. But we can't predict when, because we just can't predict time like that. You know, it's just a matter of time when we'll see how it happens. But what we can control is what we're gonna do tomorrow or today. So we'll take it one day at a time and wrestle the best matches we can for now while we're young. And yeah, hopefully that'll be the story for the rest of the year for me at least.
I'm definitely in the same boat as Junior. Of, we've had such an amazing year so far, just with the opportunities that we've gotten, the matches we've had, the people we've gotten to wrestle, and I really just want to continue that trajectory of wrestling in the U.S., getting our name out there. Definitely fresh air, collecting some tag team gold. And yeah, just keep killing it these next 6 months.
Yeah. Mike Roch is in the chat. What's going on? He goes, I can hear your voice saying my name. It sounds so sweet, hindering for life. So now he says, can you ask Junior about fadoodling?
That's where we draw the line. Line here, we're walking. We can't really we can't go past it. Let's just say that. It's a little personal.
Damn. I was writing him in the chat, and I was saying, we were praising his name earlier. Were your ears ringing? Because we were talking a lot of amazing things about interspecies, and we were saying that them versus Miracle Gen needs to happen at interspecies, because that seems the place that it has to happen.
It's got to be there.
It has to be
It's gotta
there.
be there.
I know he had told me that was originally supposed to be a plan a while ago, but I think you guys were booked. I think it was somebody was booked.
It was Miracle Gen was actually booked.
Mm-hmm.
It was the day we wrestled Wasted Youth. Miracle Gen was booked, but then unfortunately that show actually got canceled for them.
Same.
Yeah, but it will happen. It will
Yeah.
happen.
It's definitely gonna happen. He said, I tuned in just as they were talking about hindering. I could hear their voices saying my name. It sounded so sweet coming from the lips of these angels. But he said he loves you guys. So, no. So awesome. He says,
I love you, Rod.
he said, hearing those words make me weak. I can't. I love it. That's cool, though. I found a lot of promotions nowadays. They're running in the breweries, which is fun.
Yeah.
So the one in Connecticut was fun. The only thing that I didn't like is the parking situation for that place, because it's kind of small. Yeah.
It sucked. Yeah.
So,
Tough.
but that place was great. There was another place that I've been going to, Fight Life. Found a really amazing. So Mike, if you're familiar with Fight Life, they ran a show in Connecticut. That was a gorgeous venue that they ran wrestling at. But that's fun. Who doesn't like beer and wrestling?
You're a wrestler, baby.
So
It's like chips and nachos, you know. Sorry, chips and salsa. It just
Hey.
works.
there you go. It's just good. But yeah, no, I really enjoy the breweries that they have out there all over the place. So a lot of promotions are doing that lately. So that was fun to see you guys and have some really good beer. So, but all right. Let's end with my final question, and we'll go on to anything else. If anybody has anything, drop it into the chat. So Macrae knows like how I like to end my my questions off, asking about what's a piece of advice that you would give those amateur inspired wrestlers out there.
Macrae, that's all you, man. Oh,
He's giving us an updated version.
Yeah.
He's more seasoned.
I don't remember what I said last time, but what I'm gonna say this time is don't take yourself too seriously. Just kind of like with what Junior said when he feels like he's in a high pressure situation, he tells himself that it's gonna be okay and everything's gonna be fine, and then he goes out and kills it. So I think that's something I say. Like, don't worry about the mess ups necessarily. Try to focus on having fun and enjoying the journey, right? Because that's the biggest thing, right? Is if you're so focused on the next match being the match to get you signed, then you're always going to focus. You're never going to have fun with it. So obviously, always try to get better. Always try to come up with new things and ways to improve. But also, like, don't forget, like, you're out here living your dream in front of 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, sometimes 1,000 screaming fans. And you just got to let that moment sink in and do it.
Good stuff. You want to add anything to that, Junior?
I feel weird giving advice because I'm the one usually taking the advice. So I'll just say eat food. That's a great thing. Wait, do what you got to do to get bigger. Because I'm trying to do that too, so I'm on your boat. So we can do this together. Message me with you. Weight journeys. I want to do it with you guys.
Mike said I just hindered this interview. Jesus. I can't.
Back on. Come on, Rach. Come on.
Much love, much love. All right, let's talk about what you guys got coming up here. You guys are busy, so book these guys so they could be everywhere. You know, they named a bunch of promotions that they'd love to work at, so get on it. So, yeah, so talk to us. What you got coming up?
All right. This Saturday in Ottawa, Ontario, at a Klingon Pro Wrestling, Junior and I, we both got singles matches. He's defending his APW provincial title against Vanessa Craven, recently debuted on ROH. I don't know why I'm speaking for your matches. I'll speak for my matches. You speak for your matches. I'm wrestling Shane Saber, a man who is probably one of the most underrated wrestlers in Canada, who is super talented. I can't wait to share the ring with him. Next week, July 13th, at Marcus Mathers Presents All I Want, it's us against Los Macizos. That's going to be insane. Then the following Saturday at IWS at Olympia, where they did IWS versus GCW, 1,500 people. It's us in a four-way tag team match against TDT, Bay City Choir Boys, and one of our favorite tag team opponents, Wasted Youth, in a ladder match for the #1 contendership for the IWS tag team titles. That was a mouthful. Okay, Junior, go.
So everything Macrae is doing, I'm doing.
Okay.
I can't.
That's literally it. So if you guys go to his shows, you're gonna see little old me. I got T-shirts that says "clap them." Oh, sorry. All right, sorry, I got distracted. Text from someone. But yes, on the subject, I got T-shirts that says "clap them cheeks." Please buy them. The link is in my Instagram. If you want to buy them in person, feel free. I have some in my trunk of my car. And yeah, buy some shirts. That sounded really weird. I apologize. But yes, you know what I mean.
It was cool to see the fans at NFW screaming, clap them cheeks. Like, really, like again, like I said, a lot of them didn't know who you were, you know? So I love that, like, moment for you that they got really behind you.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's a universal quote that everybody understands. You say it in French, you'll laugh and you'll understand. You know, cheeks being clapped, it's like normal. You know, so why not talk about it? You know what I mean? Right.
Craig's like, I'm trying not to die. I'm trying not to die.
It's like, you know, he's immature. He doesn't.
I mean, I'm familiar with clapping cheeks, Junior.
But yeah, that's
But
like,
imagine hearing 600 people just chanting "clap them cheeks," and that was at C4 the other day. Like it's great. It's so great.
yeah. I don't know why.
Hey, Anthony in the chat, how are you? Thanks for joining on in here. I miss you. Much love. Oh man, you guys are amazing. Yeah, so tell everybody where they could follow you on the social medias and stuff like that, buy their merch, all that fun stuff.
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at the Hot Stepper PW. I don't have an online store yet. I'm in the process of working on it. I'm pretty sure I said this the last time I was on this show too, but still, it's a long process. I'm just saying. So hopefully we're at the end of that process and I'll have an online store. But in the meantime, come see me live at shows. I'm all over the place, and you can buy my shirts there.
There you go. I have all their links in the description for you guys. So,
All right. My social medias are all junior_Benito, but the O is a 0. For Twitter and Instagram, I don't really use Facebook that much. But yeah, that's my social media stuff. I post as much as I can, so please follow me. TikTok as well. TikTok.
Ah,
Yeah.
the TikTok. I love that.
TikToks.
Everything Pro Wrestling's in the chat. What's going on? He says that he's leaving the gym. It's leg day. Don't forget leg day.
Do it and enjoy it.
It's
Leg day. Leg day is the best day.
There
I
you
don't
go.
care what anyone says. Leg day is the best day. That's the quote of this interview.
Leg day is the best day. Give my friend Everything Pro Wrestling some love. Go follow him. He's got you covered with AW, WWE, all that fun stuff. So I got you covered with indies. So, but go give him some love. He's got some gaming stuff that he talks about as well. So, so check him out tonight with after AEW. He'll be live. So, yeah. So you guys are amazing. I mean, like, I love seeing where you guys are going. I'm so excited. I was like, I have to make this interview happen. You know, you guys are getting all over the place, so you know, you never know where you're gonna see them next. Look at that.
Never know.
Billy Stark's been on this podcast. Nick Wayne's been on this podcast. They're signed
After
AEW.
the hot step was on it, just saying.
You don't know. You don't know.
Nope.
You were on Ring of Honor. Like, I was like, look at you.
Yeah. I got a graphic. That's all that's important. What happened after? We don't need to talk about it. I have a graphic. That's the important thing.
That's amazing, though. No, I'm excited. I love watching everything. And you know, there's so many amazing tag teams out. That I should have asked you guys. Who's on your list of tag teams that are a must happen? That hasn't happened.
Well, I think we talked about it earlier
Yeah.
with Miracle Gen for sure
Yeah.
is top of that list. Waves and Curls.
Mhm.
Shot Through the Heart. TJ Crawford and
Love Doug.
Love Doug. I almost called him Doug Love because that was his AEW name on Dark. Those 3 teams for sure are at the top of the list. Junior, if you have anyone else to add.
I kind of want to wrestle the Dudleys. That'd be great.
Damn.
That's all.
That's it.
They're retired. They're retired.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have proof. Only one of
What
them.
do you mean we don't have proof?
One of them.
T-Bone Dudley's retired.
If they get a good day, like convince the one that's retired to do the match. You know, we could make it happen. Come on, anything is possible.
Doing this. All right, Usos. Want to wrestle the Usos. There we go.
You're putting it out into the universe. You never know what's gonna happen.
I want to wrestle the Rock and Roll Express.
I want to wrestle the Street Profits.
I want to wrestle the Rockers.
I want to wrestle the Rock and Sock Connection.
That's not happening. The Rock is busy. All right.
Conrad said, "What's retired mean in pro wrestling?" He's right though.
Terry
That's
Funk
true.
17 times, if honestly. Well, let's be honest here,
Yeah.
right? He's a wonderful
That's
wrestler,
true.
and even
Yeah.
greater when he unretired all those times.
Yeah. Conrad said people always come back. Mike said The Rock isn't as busy.
He isn't as bit. What? Bro, this guy's in everything. He owns a league of football. He owns
Yes, so tequila company.
yeah, he owns a drink. He owns another drink. I think it's Zoza, and
Zoa.
huh?
Zoa.
Oh, Zoa. No double Z.
ZOA.
Zoa.
Yeah.
Yes, he owns Zoa, and
Mike,
he owns so much stuff.
Mike said Young Rock is canceled. He goes DC.
Oh yeah. That's true.
It's only one of his like 25 things that are making him millions of dollars. He's a wonderful man. That's why we're related. You know, we're all doing great things here.
Always doing great things.
I love
I'm
it.
one of 35,000 cousins.
Dead. I can't with you guys. So, but yes, give Fresh Air much love. Go support them. Go bother them if you see them at the shows. Mike said you're talking about a wrestling, I can't. Anyway, but yeah, no, they're amazing. You're gonna see them like everywhere. I love the fact that you guys are all over the place, and I love that the fans are getting really behind you. Above the Rest is another one that like.
Oh yes. Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Like Above the Rest and VBU,
Yeah.
those two. Like Above the Rest, actually, I think is like I would say personally, Miracle Gen's number one. Above the Rest is number two in teams that like we really wanna face.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I want to
putting
face the Express as well, because last time we did it, we lost, and we got to win.
Oh, East West Express. Yeah, that's a rematch that we really
Yeah.
want. Yeah,
So,
we need that one back.
Run it back. Run it back. Take
Run it
notes.
back.
Take notes, Mike. Take notes. Bring them back. There you go. There we go. There's a bunch. So, but yeah, no. Thank you guys for coming on here a little bit, chatting with you guys. I see you guys going very far. You guys are amazing. So I hope you get to go out a little more into the bubble. Maybe some West Coast. Maybe there's a little traveling outside of the states. So definitely. He said do it at GCW tag titles. True. They are running
Thank
here
you.
next week.
Thank you very much for having us, Tiff. Always love coming on here.
Absolutely. I love you guys. You guys are great. So go check them out. Go support them. Go buy their merch. Clap them cheeks. Go do some chops. All that fun stuff. Well, guys, I'm going on a little bit of a podcast break. So again, support my socials and all that stuff like that. I'll be back soon. So, but yeah, you guys know the drill. Stay safe. Support independent wrestling. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night.